Fight Song was a huge hit in 2015 for Rachel Platten. So what's she up to now? Well, she has a new album out, her fourth studio album called Waves. And I have to tell you, Broken Glass is skyrocketing off the charts. That's one of the singles. You need to add it to your playlist. I know I have. And you know what? We're actually here with her now. So she's going to tell us about Waves along with what else is going on. How are you?
Hi, Phyllis. I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm great.
You're cute.
Wow. You had an amazing night last night. We talked a little bit about that.
It was the American Music Awards.
Yep.
And I was just telling you about the carpet, and you were like asking if it was fun. And they're never fun, just for you guys at home to like know the real scoop. It's like super intense. Everyone's really hungry. Everyone like has been dieting, and then you're in really uncomfortable clothes. And then you see friends that, other musicians and stuff, but you don't really get to see them because everyone's surrounded by a lot of people. But the actual then award shows are pretty fun. Yeah. Because they like come and pass around popcorn and drinks to you in the aisles, and you get to see amazing performances. So it was good.
That's pretty fun. Did you get a chance to see Pink? Did they show that inside?
No, I think that was pre-taped.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't see it, and so that and obviously the Lady Gaga thing was from DC. Yeah, I don't know when they taped that, but that was wild.
I know.
It's incredible.
Right?
My choreographers are actually her choreographers, RJ Nick. They're so talented. I think they're called Golden Voice is their name of their choreography, but I've never seen anything like that. That was so wild.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so, how does she top something like that? I was thinking about that. I'm like, I don't know what you do next, right?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't either. Well, let's talk about topping. Can we talk about Waves, please? First, I want to know, how did you pick the name?
Yeah. Well, I live right near the beach. I go to the beach all the time. I swim every morning. Not every morning. I swim like once a week, twice a week. So that was, one thing. But also I kept hearing this phrase over and over that life is like waves. Your emotions are like waves. You go high and you go low. And not to get too rocked by them. Yeah. To let yourself kind of try to stay in the middle. And that was what I tried to honor this year. It's what I'm still working on. Yeah. So I don't know, it kind of felt right.
Right.
Yeah.
And I love the video. I mean, it's, Broken Glass video. And I told you before, you guys have got to download. You got to download the entire album. It's phenomenal. Broken Glass, I love that video. Now, what went into putting that together?
Thank you. It's a bunch of, for you guys haven't seen it, it's like a bunch of bicyclists, but they're like really dope, and it's a lot of women from all over the world. They're called artistic cyclists. They're doing all these crazy tricks. They're like standing on their head on the bikes, doing like handstands. It's wild. I don't know, not to sound too basic, but I love riding my bike.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I love it. And I live in Santa Monica in California, so I ride my bike a lot. And I don't know, music video days are hard. They're long, and I wanted a day that was something fun that I loved doing.
Right.
And I also just wanted to show women being badass at something that you might not assume that they could do.
Right.
So.
Oh, it came out phenomenal. You got to see it. So do you remember the first time, because you've been playing for quite some time, and like a lot of artists and bands that had to, pay their dues and they had to play in the bars and stuff like that, do you remember the first time that you went on stage and what it felt like?
That's a great question. Oh my gosh. Yes, I do. It was in Trinidad, which is in the Caribbean, and I was on stage in front of 80,000 people. It was called the International Soca Monarch Finals, and I was singing backup for a band, and I was working at the record label and not supposed to be on stage, but someone backed out last second, and I was like, I know all the words, I can replace them. Really? Yep. And I got up on stage, and I felt like I was home. I felt like not scared at all. I felt like lightning struck, and I was like, this is what I need to do with my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's when you know the stars lined up. Wow, that's pretty amazing story. I never knew that. I never even read anything like that about you. I think that's pretty great. So now I did read that you have a big event coming up with Fergie. Miss Universe, right? Uh-huh. So, okay. So, first of all, are you so excited about that?
I cannot wait for that. That's going to be so fun.
Right?
Yeah, I'm going to be singing Broken Glass, and it really means a lot because right now women are having a moment.
Yeah.
We are standing up and being brave. We're speaking up. We're not being afraid to speak our truth, and we're supporting one another. You know,
Yeah.
like we're saying, oh yeah, guess what? Me too. I feel you. Don't feel alone. And the song has taken on new meaning for me in light of all of that. And I'm proud to perform at an event that maybe in the past wasn't always considered a female empowerment thing, but since I think the past couple of years, pageants have been doing a really great job at rebranding and changing the initiative so that it celebrates women and it celebrates girl power.
Right.
And I get to sing this song about breaking the glass ceiling right before the winner is crowned. And I'm going to be wearing this like gigantic ball gown.
Oh,
Yeah.
so beautiful.
I'm
Oh,
excited.
that sounds so. So, if you were a contestant in the pageant and you can sing, what other talent would you do?
Well, I can beatbox. I don't know if they'd like that. So I'd beatbox and maybe I don't know. I have no talents.
That's okay. I don't even sing.
I'm a good listener. I'd be like, tell me a story, and then it would just be me listening intently.
I like that.
I feel like that would be like really compelling.
That would be good. That would probably be a first.
Thank you.
Yeah, it would be a first. So on tour, what's that one thing that you have to take with you everywhere you go on tour?
Pillow. It's so dorky. It's like literally right around the corner. I have my pillow. I can't rely on hotel beds
I know.
to be comfortable. And I on planes I like to have the pillow underneath my butt. And I fly like 3 times a week, so
Oh yeah.
I'm like the dork that's holding the pillow in line at security.
Yeah. I have one last question, which is my trademark question. It's a lot of fun. If you were a groupie for any artist, any band, they could be dead or alive in any genre, who would it be for?
Ooh, I like that question. You know, that's tough. Maybe it would be the Beatles, but I'd be like an early adopter, and I'd be
Yeah.
like one of them to see them in a club in Manchester, and like be following them around England before anyone else like caught
Picked
on.
up,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Or maybe Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Like he's such an incredible performer.
I know.
So I gotta pick some alive people, huh?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
they could
okay,
be dead
okay,
or
okay,
alive. It doesn't matter, dead or alive. Well, we are so excited for tonight's show. And once again, this is the album release, right? Album release party.
Yeah.
And here in Chicago. And for all this information and more, just go to frontrowphyllis.com. Live at Lincoln Hall, it's Front Row Phyllis.